Yeah, Greg, corner can be such like a mental position, right? Like when you're going it's one-on-one, you and receivers, and you went up against some of the best this season. Just from a mentality standpoint, how do you look back on your rookie season?
Yeah, I think the preseason honestly helped me a lot with that. Like just going against guys, some seasoned vets that have been in the league a long time, and holding myself to a high standard throughout all those games, and just kind of coming with that mentality like the team needs me to do my job, for in order for us to win. The team chose me, in the first round of the draft for me to come out there and play. So I had to come with that mindset, kill or be killed. And that's just how I approached every game.
Thank you, Matt. Scott Petrick is next.
Hey, Greg. JOK mentioned that he thought the brotherhood could have been stronger this year. Do you agree with that? Is that something you guys have talked about? And if so, how do you go about improving that?
I feel like the brotherhood of any team could always be stronger. I think we had a pretty tight knit group, honestly. But like JJ said in his thing, I feel like the defense kind of just focused on the defense, the offense kind of focused on the offense. And I think in order to be a great team to get to where we need to go, we need to all be more cohesive, be more together, and hold each other to high standards all the time instead of just focusing on our side of the ball. They just focus on their side of the ball. And I think next year we'll definitely do a better job at, just getting everybody involved.
Thanks.
Thank you, Scott. Jeff Shadell, you have our next question.
So, Greg, how do you take that step to get that cohesiveness with both sides of the ball? When you have so many veteran leaders that should probably know that was necessary.
Yeah, I mean, they probably obviously knew, and they obviously tried to do it. We just didn't do an amazing job on all parts, on the players' parts. Some of the young guys like us, we have to find a way to gel in there as well. But I think that just takes time. It was a really new team from that team from the year before. There was a lot of new faces, so that takes time to get used to everybody, to get to know what people like, know their family. Like that all takes time. So I think in year two, when you got, some of them core guys coming back again, we'll find a way to, start getting to know people more. I met a lot of more people, this whole entire season, got to know a lot of my teammates, from just being there, just like being a freshman in college. When you're first there, you have to find a way to get to know your teammates, gel with your teammates. And I feel like it was kind of the same way here.
Thank you, Jeff. Dan Lobby, go ahead.
Hey, Greg, I was just wondering, playing the year with Denzel Ward, what did you kind of learn watching him play and just kind of learn from him in general?
Yeah. Like I said, he practices how he plays. He holds himself to a high standard. Like he comes into games thinking like, my goal is not to let up a catch, like in general. And that, like you having that mentality, that shows you why he's a Pro Bowler this year and why he's probably going to go all pro as well. But I learned a lot from him, just going through just how to be a pro in general, just how to attack the quarterback position, each game. But like I said earlier, he's one of the best in the league right now, and he doesn't really have he doesn't have a flaw in his game to me. So I learned a lot from him, and I just can't wait, for years to come to be playing alongside him for sure.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dan. Cam Justice, you're up.
Hey, Greg, you came into this organization kind of at the peak of this culture change from the outside narrative being different than what it has been for a lot of years, right? And you're heading into year two. This is a disappointing season for you guys. What does that look like for you heading into year two to build off of it and not let any of that seep back in, and to try to continue building on this culture change that you guys have been preaching for the time that you've been here and then even before that?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's just we just have to stay together, stay connected. Obviously, forget about the season that we had, but also remember it. We got to remember what it felt like to, not make the playoffs. Remember what it felt like to go 8-9 after coming from a season where, they won a playoff game. So we got to remember it. We also got to forget it and remember that, it was a disappointing season. We had a lot of adversity, go on in this season, but it's just going to start with, the leaders just just keeping that culture great. The culture, I think the culture was honestly great here. We just had an off year. We had a few bumps in the roads that, other teams I feel like didn't have as many as us. So we'll go back into next season, go back to the drawing board, fix some things that we need to fix. And I think we'll be right where we left off, last season.
Thanks, Cam. We'll go to Zach Jackson.
Hey, Greg. Just curious about your plans for the next few months. Everything from winding down to when you get back to working on your craft. Is there one thing in mind when that comes around? So just curious how you envision this first NFL offseason.
Yeah, first I'm just gonna chill for a little, just get my body ready. It's been a long year for me, so just chill and get my body ready. But then I'm just gonna attack my craft like I always do, like I did coming into this place. So just focus on the same things that I've always been doing, getting bigger, getting faster, getting stronger, watching more tape, getting smarter on the field and things like that, and just attacking my craft. So I'll probably take a month off, and then I'll be ready to go and hit the ground running.
Thanks, Zach. Mary Kay Cabot, go to you.
Yeah, Greg, when you guys talk about that, team building and getting to know other players on the team that you might not know as well, have you guys talked yet, maybe like you and JJ3, about maybe you guys should get together in the offseason with one of those, team building things with some offensive guys? You see them do their passing camps and that sort of thing. But have you talked about trying something like that where you guys all go off campus somewhere and do that?
No, we haven't talked about that, too much. Everything's, still fresh, still new, not knowing what guys are going to do themselves this offseason. I'm pretty sure, that I'll probably meet up with some of the guys eventually. My best friend on the team is Dimitri Felton, so I'll probably be training with him sometime. So I'm pretty sure some of the guys will definitely get together this offseason and just talk a little bit more. That would be interesting to see what we all decide to do, but we haven't thought about that yet.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mary Kay. Back to Matt Fontana.
Yeah, Greg, putting you on the spot. Best receiver you faced this year?
That's a tough one. Honestly, I had a lot of great battles with him. Probably Jamar Chase. I think he was a really, really good receiver. As much as I talked to him on the field and get in his face, but he definitely has my respect. He could do it all. He's a very, very talented receiver.
And then is it kind of exciting that you guys are going to be going at it for quite a few years, kind of like that chess battle back and forth?
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I'm definitely going to enjoy that matchup. Every single time we get to go against them. They got 3 great receivers, so. That's a corner's dream, is just to get those opportunities to play against, those Pro Bowl caliber receivers. So I'm definitely looking forward to that matchup each year.
Thanks, Matt. Nate Ulrich is next.
Hey, Greg, I know when you came in, you carry leadership qualities that you exhibited in college. Did you have to hold back at all, or feel the need to hold back at all as a rookie? And if so, do you look to kind of take that step next year? Will you feel more comfortable maybe rising as a leader a little bit?
Yeah. So with that, I feel like, leaders, I feel like I'm a leader all the time. I don't take, any days off of being a leader, but I feel like, when you get into new environments, you have to be able to find a way to navigate yourself and lead yourself first. So that's something that I kind of did as a rookie, just trying to find a way, just how this whole NFL thing works. Like, that was something that I had to find, try to figure out. So now that I feel like I got it figured out a little bit, obviously it was only 1 year, but next year I definitely think that that's the next step for me, is to become more of a leader, and definitely, try to lead the guys a little bit more this next season.
And is it something you and JOK have talked about, that kind of aspect of, you guys coming in as a tandem and trying to, obviously you join a defense with guys like Myles Garrett and Denzel Ward, established, players and leaders, but have you talked to Jeremiah about that aspect of you guys coming in together?
We haven't really talked too much about that, but I just feel like that's just the next steps. When you get 2 defensive guys early in the draft, like, that's what we're here to do. They picked us for a reason. They picked us to come out here and play and to produce. So, when we got guys already that's already established, they're looking for the next guys to become and get established too. So, we're just trying to hold up our end of the bargain. We had high hopes going into this season. We had high hopes for each other. We've seen the talent from each other. I've seen them play in college too. So we definitely hold each other to a high standard. And I just can't wait to also get to play with him for years to come as well.
Thank you, Nate. We'll take two more. Marlo Ridenauer and Scott Petrick. Marlo first.
Yeah, Greg, excuse me from diverting into another, but are you going to the NBA All-Star game?
Yeah, I will be back in Cleveland for that for sure. I definitely got to get to that one.
You think you're the biggest Cavs fan on the team?
I gotta be. I'm at every single game, every home game. I will be at, especially if obviously if we don't play or I don't have to go to the hotel. I'm definitely at every single game that I can get to.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marlo. We'll close with Scott Petrick.
Hey, Greg, when you have these exit meetings today, what's the message from the coaches, whether it's looking back at the rookie season or what they think you need to get better on moving forward?
Yeah, it's just kind of just looking back at the rookie season, kind of what they see from me, what I see, what's my next step. And, I think that next step for me, honestly, is trying to become more of a leader. I think I've had those qualities this whole time, but I think now that, I show guys that, how I come to work every single day. I think that was kind of a thing too. Like you can't become a leader until you show guys how you lead yourself, how you attack every single day. And I think I've proven to my teammates that, I'm going to come in every day and work. I think that's my next step now is just to become more of a vocal leader. When I see things that aren't right, speak out and, get my teammates, in line sometimes if they need to be. So that's definitely my next, role. And that's my next goal for next season is just to become more of a leader.